So this is essentially about inner child healing. Now, before the men switch off and think this isn't relevant to you, this is for everybody, whether you're male or female. Um, and I think it's something that we all need to know. And the reason I'm doing a separate video is because it's really important to understand why we need to do it, because then it gives us the impetus and the motivation to do this hard inner healing work. So, essentially, if you don't deal with any childhood trauma, anything that happened from the younger ages up even up into your teens, um, that wound and that trauma is going to keep following you in your adult life, and it will seep into every aspect, every facet of your life, whether it's from your parenting to how you are as a husband or a wife, how you are as a daughter or a son, and it will affect the way you interact with people. So it's really essential that we deal with the trauma that we have faced, because anything that has happened from our childhood, which is when we form our identity and we learn about the world, those initial years are so important because they leave an imprint in your soul. So any trauma that you've been through, whether it's big or small, will leave a mark on you, and it will be usually in your subconscious mind. So it might not be something you're totally aware of, but it will always be there. So as an example, it could be that you have some kind of irrational anger about something and you're not quite sure where that's come from. You weren't feeling that angry about something, but you've lashed out either at the kids or in some other capacity with somebody else. What's happened there is that subconsciously you've had a trigger that has gone off, and it's usually from your childhood. So this is why, if you really want to improve yourself, the best place to start is going to be with doing the inner child work, which is not easy. It's can be re-traumatizing, which is why sometimes you need to give yourself time and space and integration periods as well. So when you have done the healing work or had a period where you are trying to work through the issues, give yourself time to integrate them. And we are so used to, in this modern day age, to numb our traumas, whether we go out, we use alcohol or drugs, or we use makeup to put on a smiling face. So many distractions we have in our daily lives. We go on Instagram for a quick dopamine hit, and we're not really dealing with the issues. And this is also why there is such a rise in anxiety, mental health problems, because we just haven't been given time to deal with what we've had to go through. And it's this generation that has to really heal those wounds. So the best advice I can give you, without this turning into a really long video, is that you must reparent this child that has been wounded, has been traumatized. And the best way to do that is to sit in meditation, go through the wounds and the traumas that you've faced. Like I said, it is re-traumatizing, but it is essential if you want to move past it. And you deal with that inner child just like you would deal with a child that you see out who's hurt themselves. You would be kind, you would be compassionate, you would be caring. So the same kind of approach needs to be taken with your inner child too. So you need to coax them and you need to make them feel safe, and you need to bring in their vulnerabilities and literally teach them a new way of being. And no one is going to do this work for you. This is something you as an individual have to do for yourself. And I can't tell you how much it will change your life if you really put in the effort, really put in the work. It will change you as a parent. It will change every facet of your life and your relationships to be more loving and caring towards yourself and others as well. But essentially, also, what the most important thing is, if you do not integrate your inner child, your body will not feel safe enough to increase its consciousness. So even if you're on a spiritual journey, you want to improve yourself and your personal growth, your body will not be able to integrate more light, more consciousness, or raise its consciousness if those shadow parts and the darkness, especially if your inner child, is not integrated, because she or he will not make you feel, it will not feel safe enough to grow their consciousness. So I'm just checking if I've forgotten anything. I would just say, give yourself time, give yourself space, and just do the inner work, guys. It's the only way to improve your lives and improve the lives of those that you love. And yeah, good luck